everyone, and welcome to a brand new apartment renovation. Today I have a student apartment, and I don't really know what makes this a student apartment. I just a couple of weeks ago went into the game wanting to build something with a completely different vibe. Like, I still wanted it to be like a student apartment. That's kind of the main focus I went into, but I did not want this vibe, I guess. I don't really know what the interior style of this is. Like, if you know interior design, let me know what this would be kind of called, because I have no idea. I think it's just like a typical like apartment-ish. But I was visiting my cousin, who is a student, not obviously the cousin that like I share. Like, not, I was gonna say share a room with. We do not share a room. We share a wall between our rooms, which I've talked about her in like a lot of videos because sometimes you can hear her. But not her. I have two first cousins, and that's one. And then her sister, my other cousin, is currently studying in uni, so she's obviously a student. And I, a couple of weeks, well, like a month ago or something, was at her apartment for the first time. And it's in a beautiful, like, absolutely beautiful apartment. She has decorated it so well. But I was just really inspired to build like a student apartment after I had been there. So when I got home after that like weekend, I was like, I want to build something for a student. And this is what I ended up building. This was, like I said before, it was not the vibe. I kind of wanted to build like kind of the vibe she has, which is more, I don't really know how to explain it. I wanted to go for more of like a boho look kinda ish. But this is not that. So I don't really know what this is. I really like it actually. So I'm happy with how it turned out, even though it wasn't what I went into the game wanting to build, but I do end up liking how it looks. I do use a lot of Dream Home Decorator in this build, like a lot. And I started to like notice that in my builds, like I use those items so much. Like I think, like, I didn't like the pack. Well, I liked the pack fine. I didn't think it was going to be like one of my favorite packs when it came out. But it is. I think I use it so much. Like, I don't know, I think it's just a lot of the items are so handy. Like, being able to build like your own closet or like your own like TV stand system thing, it's so good. And I really like doing that. So I kind of took advantage in this build to do that, and it is, I think, cluttered up pretty well. I did add a desk in this apartment. I think this is the smallest apartment you can have. I don't know what it's called. I think it's is it called Salim? I think that's his name. I don't remember, but it's his apartment. Like, it's kind of the like cheapest and like smallest apartment you can have. The apartment name in the corner, like in the top left corner, it is the apartment name, but it's in the apartment name in Swedish because I like reset, like my game is in English, but I didn't change it until like to English until like a year ago, I think. So this save was created before I changed it, so all the lot names are still the Swedish names in this save. I have a lot of different saves that I build in, but so yeah, so it's not that the exact lot or exact apartment name will be in the description box together with the price and everything like that. But yeah, so I don't really know where it is, but I think it's like the Medina Studios something. I think it's what it's called. If I would guess from the Swedish one, I would think it's the 910 Medina Studios, I think, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, so I'm sorry about that. But there is a desk kind of in the hallway area, which like I kind of had to cram in. There is no dining, like you can't really like sit down at a table and eat unless you're eating like at the desk. But so yeah, like you have to sit in the living room, which like the living room I guess is kind of big. I fit like 2 3-seater couches, which is pretty big. But yeah, so I also thought it was pretty realistic because my cousin's apartment, which I kind of got the inspiration, like this, the initial inspiration, this does not look anything like it, but the initial inspiration for this was her apartment, and that is really small. Like, it's a super small apartment, but it's really cozy and I really like it, but it's really small, and she does not have like a dining table either. So when I was there that time and like the other times I've been there now, we've always like in like at the TV, like in the sofas, just because like that's the only place you can eat, unless like her desk, but like no. So I think it's pretty realistic, I guess. But I really like how this apartment turned out, and I really hope you do as well. I think this is going to my save file, because I don't know, I think it is. I haven't decided if I want to put this in or make a starter apartment for this apartment. I don't know, we'll see. I think I will put it in the what's called the save file builds playlist until like I have fully decided if like, because I don't know, I might make something else, but for now it's going to go there, I guess. But I did want to mention that you might notice that the screenshots and like the thumbnail and stuff like that looked a little different, and that's because I have put the reshade back into my game. So if you watched my, what was it, the modern Japanese home, I think I did, I think that's what I called it, I don't really remember, but I posted it like a month ago or something like that. In that one I talked about me having a reshade in the game, but that I took it out because it was making my game really laggy, and it still does, but I did put it back in just for screenshots. So I'm going to start using it from this video and onwards. I think all the screenshots in all of the builds are going to be with the reshade in. So if it looks a little different, that's why. In this one, actually, the videos after this that has like screenshots and stuff like that, it's going to look a little different because I have kind of, I don't know, played around with the settings a little bit more. So for this one, I think they're kind of like has this like pinkish, purplish tone, which I really like for this apartment in particular because I really think it fitted. But for some builds, it does not fit. So I have played around a little bit with it, and I think I changed it. So you might notice that like a future build also like does not really look like this one, but I think it works in the end. So yeah, I'm sorry if you could hear that. I think that was a dog kind of barking-ish. I don't really know what that was. It was a very weird thing, but yeah. So if you do notice that it looks a little different, that's why. And I'm using the Dove preset, which like you can just search like, I don't know what's it called, Sims 4 reshade and then Dove. I think it's like the most common one to use. I used that one, but then I played around with the settings a lot, so I don't really know if it's that anymore because I played around with it a lot because it did look good. It's just not what I really wanted. I wanted specific things for my screenshots and stuff like that. So yeah, but that's kind of the template I've gone from, and then I've kind of changed a lot of it. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There was something else I wanted to talk about in this build. I don't remember what. All right, just a heads up that basically all builds that I'm going to publish in November are going to be pre-recorded. This one is not. I'm recording this the same week it's going up. But almost every build is going to be pre-recorded because I have exams and stuff coming up, like not really midterms, but kind of. In the IB program we call it mocks, which is kind of like midterms. So we have like midterms-ish coming up, and I have a lot of other school things going on, so I won't have time in November because I'm either going to be like doing tests or studying for those tests, and I don't want to have this like being at the back of my mind like, oh, I need to do videos, stuff like that. So yeah, so I will probably pre-record because next week I have a break, like I have fall break next week, so I will probably be studying a lot and also like doing pre-recording and stuff. So just a heads up about that. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I tweeted about this and put it on Instagram today, so I just thought I would mention it as well, so you guys are prepared for that. But the next few builds, so like the Sunday's video, and then I guess the videos coming out next week will not be pre-recorded, but all the other builds for November I think will be, because I have so much to do in too little time. Like, in too little time? That's not right, is it? I don't know. Not enough time, I guess. So, yeah. But I don't really know what else there is to talk about. I really like this build. I don't know. I tried out a floor plan I haven't done for this apartment before. I don't think I've renovated this apartment for the channel before. I don't think so. But I have renovated a couple of times, like in my day, because I have had studio living since it came out, and I've been doing a lot of apartments in my lifetime. But in my lifetime, that sounded weird. I'm sorry, but I have renovated this apartment a few times, and I've never done this floor plan, so I think it fitted really well. Also, if you decide to download this from the gallery, you totally can. Just know that the platform will not be a thing because you can't upload apartments with platforms, which is so annoying. But yeah, so I had to lower it down to the same level as the rest of the apartment. So if you want to kind of use it as like have it up on the platform again, which I would highly recommend, I think you could like just create it as its own room, like add a wall or something. I don't really remember how I did for that one, but yeah, just make it its own room, because basically to upload an apartment to the gallery you have to create it as like one big room. So just create the platform area as its own room, and then you can just take it up to the same height as the mirror is at, because the mirror is still at the same height, so that kind of a good like template to kind of see where the platform is supposed to be. So if you want to, you could just do that, which is probably the smartest thing to do, but it's kind of annoying as well if you can't upload apartments with platforms. Like, we've had platforms for like almost a year now, I think, and I think they would have fixed that at this point, but no. I also think like we've had city living for how many years now, like 5 or something, probably more than 5 years. It's probably 5 years. I don't know, because I think maybe it came out in 2016, 2017, I think. So, like, around, like, 5 years. And the fact that, like, they have not made it easier for us to upload apartments sucks. Like, who is in charge of that? I need there to be an easier way for this because it's so annoying, but yeah, that's also, like, a reason why I don't really do that many apartments, just because they're kind of a pain to upload to the gallery, and also, like, I've talked about this before, but I tend to like doing exteriors and like making a build as a whole, and like being able to use the windows I want, and the wall height I want. I think in this one it's the like tallest wall height, I think, which is what I don't think I've ever done an apartment before. It is the tallest wall height. Oh my god. I don't think I don't build with the tallest wall height unless it's for like an apartment like this. Anyways, that's basically it for this video, and I really hope you liked it, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!